and welcome back to One Driver 3 Championships. We're here at Paul Ricard once again for both the European Le Mans Series and the Michelin Le Mans Cup. Let's get into it.
Behind your head, behind your neck. That's it, but keep your arms relatively straight. That's it. 2, good, 3. That's it, make sure your trunk is doing the work. You're not turning with your hands. Well done. Nice, mate. Cool, relax, okay, let go. And then you're gonna warm up your lower, so you're just gonna kick back to front. Don't need to hold anything.
I did tell you we can only hold each other off track and for it to not come out on camera.
Well, unfortunately it's gonna be on camera, isn't it?
Obviously understanding the circuit is extremely important, but you know, coming here in a different spec of GT3 and then on top of that an LMP3, it's really difficult. So we've just finished up free practice 2 and the final pre-practice session of the weekend. I won't be in the car anymore until the race on Sunday. We made a massive change or setup direction change overnight to try and get a little bit more rotation through the car, and it seems to have worked. You know, Mike, he seems to enjoy it. We've had a little bit of a compromise to tailor it a little bit more to him, but really big improvement versus yesterday, and it's looking good going into qualifying. So yeah, fingers crossed with qualifying coming up next. It's going to be good for Mike, get a good amount of confidence out of it and a good starting position for tomorrow's race, and then we're all set. Coming to a circuit that you've already been to before, you build up a lot of knowledge and muscle memory whilst you've been here. But when you come here in a completely different car and the way that you drive is completely different, it can throw you off. And so you need to be on your A game at all times, especially if you're hopping between two cars which are very different between each other. Otherwise you're going to get caught out. That was quite intense. When, yeah, obviously we'd done that first lap before the red flag came out. I went into T1 and it was literally just monsoon conditions. Oh, really? And I had to brake just after the pit exit. And then obviously someone didn't do that and flew themselves off.
Balance like, was it any understeer or not?
It was good on that lap where I did a decent job in first and second sector. Then in the third sector, I went into 11 car park.
Yeah, it makes slides. It was on TV.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then on my last lap, the rears slightly went off, so I could feel the front dragging the rear through seams, so I had to lift. It wasn't ideal. I finally called it for the red flag.
Yeah.
What was it? 57.3 was fastest.
Two of them, but the guy that pulled it was his first sector was ballistic.
Really?
30.9 for sector 1. And then the other guy purpled the other two, he was 3 tenths off and one caught. But 30.9 in first.
I was struggling to get the nose of the car into the corner in the balanced way into one. Felt like it was very numb on the front, and then when I just tried to more aggressively get the front into the car, the rear just stepped away from me.
That's what I felt yesterday in the front. I felt like you had to rotate it with a slide from the rear to get it to go in turn 1. But there and 2, other than that, it was really only that area. You had to overcommit on the brake, and then as it started to skip, get your rotation and go. You couldn't do it at the front actually.
So we finished up qualifying for the Michelin Le Mans Cup with Nielsen. I've got to say it was a really difficult qualifying session. I got into the car and a couple of minutes later it started just downpouring on the windshield, and any driver knows when you're going out on a brand new fresh pair of slicks, the last thing you want is any moisture on the circuit. Before the red flag we were doing a really good job. We ended up P4, but then quite a lot of rain came down, an accident happened with one of the cars, And so, yeah, there was a lengthy safety car period, not safety car period, a red flag period, which meant that the track was able to evolve quite a lot by the time that we next went out. So there's a really big step in performance, which meant that, yeah, everyone else got enough temperature into their tyres, and we got leapfrogged. We ended up 15th, which is the best qualifying we've had so far this year, and we're about 7/10 closer to the pole time than we were this time out in Barcelona. So definitely positive to take away from the session, but some areas to improve upon as well. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting race this afternoon, and see what we can do, get the elbows out and see, see where we can end up.
I think that just in the fastest lap, if you would have been a second speed, then you would have been ahead of them all. But that's okay.
Good afternoon and welcome to Paul Ricard Circuit in the south of France, just 45 minutes from Marseille. You join us on the grid ahead of the Michelin Cup round 2.
Colin Noble, who is gold, so watch him rise to the surface in the number 7 Nielsen racing car alongside Breton Racing's Hayden Chance. Delay, was that a Virage car going slowly? Anyway, we are racing.
Colin Noble fancying a go here and does it, passing the number 97 CLX racing car. So good form here from Colin in the Ades in the early running of this race.
We don't know what it is. The engine was cranking, but no spark. The engine wouldn't like come alive essentially, and the battery support didn't help either. But with each start, the crank got weaker. So that's a bit of a premature end for us. There's about 50 minutes left in the race to go, and yeah, I hopped in. Colin did a really good start, and yeah, showed some pretty decent pace early on. And yeah, we were running about P12, and then yeah, unfortunately, I got into the car, as you may have seen, and then pressed the start button and just no go. Yet to find out exactly what that is specifically, but it's such a shame because we brought the car quite a long way in such a short amount of time. You don't get a lot of running in this championship, so yeah, despite a DNF, which wasn't on the cards today, unfortunately. There's still a lot of positives to take out of this. Heading into Le Mans next week, we've got the car into a much better window performance-wise. It's just really, really, really gutting. I couldn't even get a lap out of it. So yeah, ELMS tomorrow midday, and I'll probably have a shave if I have enough time in the night. But I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, let's crack on tomorrow. was just chaotic. So well tonight. I must have done about 10k steps around the paddock. Just my nails are to the. We're gonna get some nail guards. Yeah, that's good.
Félicitations pour cette Mercedes. And the winners et vainqueurs, la Ferrari Richard Mille, Corset, Custom de Paredo, Lille de Crescent et Ricardo Devantier de Crescent.
I am absolutely soaked. So that's settled. We finished P3 here in Paul Ricard. I mean, after I did my stint midway through the race, I mean, I've got no fingernails left. I was just pacing up and down the paddock, just trying to ignore everything that was going on in the race because it was just a lot of nerves. But yeah, Ricky did an amazing job. So did Mike. Brought the car home in P3. And yeah, just really elated to get my first ELMS podium here at Paul Ricard. You know, it's a track I'm growing pretty fond of. But yeah, I mean, I'm just so happy for the guys. They've done such an amazing job all weekend. It wasn't always easy, but they really deserve this. So thank you to GR Racing for doing such an amazing job. I'm gonna go lie down because I am just beyond belief. So yeah, thank you very much guys for watching. I'll see you in the next episode, which will be Monza, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, take care, hope you enjoyed the video. See you later.